my mic. Good evening. Welcome to Blue Collars Fishing's Thursday Night Live. Uh, as you come in tonight, we will have a guest joining us. Sorry about that. We will have a guest joining us later tonight. We have James from PNW Outdoor Reviews. He's been on the show a couple of times before. He'll be joining us later because James is all the way over on the West Coast, so the time zone is not caught up to him yet. He is still actually at work. He won't make it in until around 8 o'clock. We can do any Q&A that anybody would like to do. You can leave your questions in the comment box here. Also, next week, we're looking at having Benjamin Nowak out of Michigan. He's got a bigger fishing YouTube channel. On as our guest, he seems to be quite the smallmouth expert if you've seen his channel. He's Alex Rudd, who was on the show a couple of weeks ago, best buddy and YouTube friend. So come on in, hang out with us, ask questions. If you got a channel yourself, we can check that out, and possibly if you somewhere to send the link, we can even have you up on panel. Type some stuff here in the chat, share this out. Tweet it. Oh, give folks time to come in as we share this out. To watching, welcome. Thanks for coming in. How is everyone tonight? Hope everybody had a decent work day. If you're still working. Oh, this came in. Let's take a look while we're waiting. This came in this month. This is the MTB for this month. So here we can take a look with this while we're waiting on James there. The bluegill, where do they live? In the water. We're looking for bluegill on the docks. Isolated weed patches, deep grass, rocky shorelines. That's a thing of beauty right there. That might book a bluegill. That's a thing of beauty right there. Got some sight baits. Some creme lures or creme crawl. Diesel jig, football jig. Goo Gun Squad clutch, lipless crankbait. Some Harmony hooks. I was kind of disappointed in last month's monster bass when I did that. So when I made that versus video, Hope everyone's doing all right tonight. What's going on? How y'all doing? You got any plans this weekend? Anybody's coming in? Fishing trips coming up? Check out James's latest here. Looks like James did a video 4 days ago with an everyday carry flashlight review of the Olight 13T EOS. I think he was telling me last time we spoke. He was telling me about this flashlight and a knife that he was doing. When he joins us tonight, and when this is over later, we'll be sure to leave all his links in the description for this video. He's clobbering me in click-through rate. Anybody in the comments has a channel they want me to check out, just shout it out. We can bring it up. Slow night so far. Yo, the unit. All right. Well, if nobody's got any questions or anything in the comments while we're waiting on James from PNW, I think I'm going to let this initial one go at 20. And then the Reef Robber. What's up, Reef Robber? How you doing tonight? I started like 20 minutes ago, but yeah, I have a we have a friend join this PNW Outdoor Reviews here a little later. It's just I'm on the East Coast and he's he's at work because he's on the West Coast. The time zone hasn't caught up to him yet, so he couldn't make it until around 8:30 my time. But I try to go 7:30s on Thursday nights is what I do. Usually when I try to start 7:30 my time. Are you? I'm guessing by the YouTube sticker in your profile there, you're a YouTuber as well. You make content creator. West Coast to Oregon. Oh, cool. I've been to Oregon several times. Mm, the Reef Robber just shares. Here's your channel. Cool if we bring it up. Okay. Want to make sure. The Reef Robber. Get some views. Success at last, big guns, kicks, slow-mo shots. Compilation of 4 frustrating hunts. Nutria. We don't have Nutria here. Virginia whitetail hunt. You went all the way to Virginia? Cool channel, Reef Robber. I gave you a sub. I'll check you out. This one right here, that thumbnail's a little confusing. Like the thumbnail doesn't match what the video is about. You can see it's got lower views than the others. Might want to consider changing that one thumbnail. Just my 2 cents. Not that I'm any expert, but like the whatever this is in the thumbnail doesn't make me want to click about a cabin. If you watch the video, it does match. Well, I mean, it may match in. That's not what I'm saying. Like, it may match in the area and it may match with the video you're doing, but I'm saying the title and the thumbnail don't match, and that's how you get people to watch the video. The thumbnail. Like, but that will be the video I check out later, since you brought it up. But like, we're not being mean in any way. I mean, if the thumbnail works for you, it works for you. I'm just saying, on my initial impression, seeing this thumbnail, it doesn't give me any idea what the video's about, just with the thumbnail alone. Like, I would have to click it and watch the video, obviously, to find out now that it does match, but you're not going to be able to explain it to all the people who might click on your thumbnail like you just explained it to me. My brother owns some cabins on a state trail that the bridge is the highlight of. That's cool. But, I believe you. Let's say I'm a complete stranger, and the people that are going to click your video are complete strangers, so they're not going to know where this is or how it's related to your brother's cabin. Yep, I understand. Okay, thanks. Cool. Reef robber. So, are you a saltwater fisherman, surf fisherman? Is that your gig? Appreciate the phone. Oh, no problem. I appreciate it. I follow a lot of outdoor channels. I would click that video and let it play up here, but YouTube, because it's not it's yours. It's not my intellectual property. YouTube has a problem with it. It would violate the fair share. I have a small boat and I do almost exclusively saltwater fishing. Yeah. I don't live I don't live on the coast, so I do mostly freshwater fishing. We do travel to do some surf fishing a couple of times a year. Blues, croakers. Be right back. No problem. Hopefully soon we'll have Our guest up on panel, we have a guy who's from your neck of the woods over in Washington State. All right, welcome back. Still at work, so I have to grab the phone occasionally. Oh, no problem. I understand. I still have a real job too. What do you do, Reed? Form metal for roofing and siding. Okay. What species do you target the most? Guess the other guy in here is shy. Yeah, I don't know. It may be counting me, so I may be the other guy in here because I have my YouTube open as well. Lean cod and sea bass mostly. May try for halibut this summer. I've never caught a lean cod. I got a buddy up in Manitoba, Canada. It's a fellow YouTuber. He got like 1 million views catching a lean cod video. They're delicious. They taste like cod because they use cod for like everything. Probably. Okay. So were you just scrolling through and saw we were live? How'd you find out about us? It tastes a lot like sea bass, but a nicer texture. Okay, cool. I was in Oregon. Yeah, just scrolling. I'm following you, so it showed up. Oh, okay. Appreciate the follow. um, I was in Oregon doing work for a maintenance of way for the railroad. Well, it's been several years back now. But when I was there, it rained every day. Does it rain every day in the area, Oregon, you're in? Summer, it doesn't rain for 3 or 4 months. I was there in the spring. It rained all the time. Every day. 3, 4 times a day. What part? Trying to think of the towns. But I came up out of Utah. I came up out of Utah and into southern Oregon, so southeastern Oregon, and then went up through Portland and then did work from south to uh, North Oregon, going into Spokane, Washington. So I've been through the state on a rail grinder, but I saw mostly the railroad and rain, a lot of rain. Some waterfalls, nice waterfalls there. Yeah, I remember Portland, being in Portland. Yeah, it's funny. What I remember about Portland the most is, well, you probably know this in Oregon, but Portland is like the microbrew capital of the world, and they give away all the restaurants and stuff in the area on these special nights that they have. Was it Discover the City or something like that that Portland calls it? They give away the samples of all the every restaurant has a. Oh yeah, that job in Kalama, Washington. I don't know what you're talking. I worked for Loran. They were out of Haymill, Minnesota, but we did. I'm sure we Kalama, Washington's probably. I've been all the way through. I've been to something like 45 states. Could have been. This was several years ago. I haven't worked there since before I got married. It'll be 20 years next year that I've been married. So yeah, this was about 20 years ago. Yeah, well, I was definitely along the river. Most, um, especially any older railroad tracks, they're laid beside rivers because the engines needed water, need a water system. Hey, Pond, what's going on, buddy? How you doing tonight? How's the weather in Kentucky tonight, Pond Prayer? We were talking about Oregon here with the reef robber. Doing pretty good. Just got home. Maybe I need to start these things later since I'm on the East Coast. I spent 20 minutes in here by myself. Pouring rain now. Yeah, it rained all day here. Just miserable, crappy, pissy weather. Hey, I saw your yak. Strap mine to the roof and head on down when the weather warms up. How's the How's the missus, Pond? Everything going all right on that front? Congratulations again. I got 2 hours of sunshine and took it out. I haven't had mine out yet this year. Of course, we just thawed out this week, so what happened there? Doing good. Got the 20-week appointment next week. Good, good. 28, they say, is your magic number. That's where the odds drastically improve. 28. And I know that because my eldest was born at 26, so he spent a good amount of time in the neonatal intensive care unit when he was born. He's good now, but when he was born the week before. He was born the week before Christmas, and we took him home the week after Easter. So he spent a good amount of time there. I'm glad everything's going well for you, man. I'm kind of hanging out here tonight. We're waiting on James over at PNW to get off work on the West Coast. He's going to come in and join us tonight. Nursery is almost done, and the wife's closet is almost moved into the fishing room. Oh, man. Giving up vital fishing space. My kids are teenagers now. Could you share his link? I don't know if I have him. Who, Pond? I can do both. Pond Predator Nation. Hey, my Pond beat me in subscribers now. Well, all right. There's pond. I'll give you PNW as well. He does outdoor reviews, outdoor review products. You got a pretty good growing channel over there. Yeah, he is. Yeah, James is a good guy. There you go. That one was PNW. You can also search PNW outdoor reviews in the YouTube channel. I forget that they don't let us. They don't let us click these links anymore. I don't think. Yeah, no problem. You catching any pond? We just thawed out here, so no, I'm not really catching them right now. And also, we're in that lockout. Uh, not a COVID lockout, but where we live, we have well, we kind of have season. Got two today. Oh, cool. So we have to be selective of where we fish right now. I can be fined for fishing in certain places. Any approved trout water, I can be fined until April 3rd for if I'm caught fishing in them. So they're locked out. I can't fish any approved trout waters until April 3rd while they stock them. Now I can do some bass fishing in ponds and lakes and stuff, but like I said, we just thawed out. So and well, actually, I'm going Sunday throw a Ned rig around a local pond, see if I can get something to bite. Now once trout opens, then we'll actually be locked out of bass because um, here in Pennsylvania, it's illegal to fit. It's illegal to fish bass on bed. Bass season doesn't open until June. You can catch and release, obviously, which is what I do to bass anyway. But you can catch and release bass, but you can't sight fish them. The law's weird. They say it's illegal to fish bass on bed, but actually the way the law is written is that you can't make repeated casts to a bass on spawn you can see. It's so I guess if you catch it on the first cast, you're all in the clear. I don't know. But that fishing approved trout waters until the trout opener, that one's carved in stone. That one's pretty clear cut. They mark all of them too. So April 3rd, our fishing season will really get underway here. But between the winter freeze over and the trout lockout, March is not that stellar of a time to fish here. You just got to be selective with the kind of fishing you do. Oh yeah, I did finally get it last month. It took a while last month. Oh, Pond, I tell you, I don't think you were in here earlier. I had Alex Rudd on here live a couple of weeks ago. Next week I'm going to have it. I showed up, yeah. Okay, cool. Next week I'm going to have I reached out to him and we've been talking. I'm trying to have his buddy Benjamin Nowak on. He was also a monster bass guy. Both of them are. Excuse me. Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? Moving on up. He's a pretty good smallmouth angler, fishing up in Michigan. That's my plan once the baby's here and I can't get out as much more streams with interviews. Hey, you're always welcome here too, man. I can't get out as much with weather, and if you were essential during all this, man, of all the things I want to be when I grow up, essential is no longer one of them. I think it's just sacrificial was too dark a word. Work yourself into an early grave for no extra money. Short staff's been working like crazy. I'm ready to take the kayak on the river and lake. I take it on. Want to take it to Leaser, but no, I think I can fish. Leaser, there's a lake around here, and it's catch and release year round called Leaser Lake. But it's catch and release because the dam busted a few years back, and they're trying to replenish the fish population. But they do put trout in it. But it's funny. Excuse me. The trout are not catch and release; they're put and take. The trout are the only thing in there you can take. So, but I think I can fish Leaser Lake, even though they put trout in it during the trout lockout. All right, bring him on up.
Ooh, here I am.
Hey, welcome to the live.
How's it going?
It's going.
Yeah.
Already in progress.
Good. Oh.
All right. Reef and Pond. And now we have PNW Outdoor Reviews with us. James. He made sure to put his name there because I always forget it. I always call him John.
Yeah, I remembered.
Because I'm terrible with names. But I actually have been calling you James all night. So
that's true. That is true. Oh, man. How's your week been?
Busy. I was actually just telling them, of all the things I want to be when I grow up, Essential is not one of them.
No, it's horrible. It is truly horrible.
All last year, I asked asked is a polite way of putting it, but I asked my boss, hey, y'all think you could let me go this week? I could use the extra money.
Yeah,
because that's the world we live in now, I guess.
That's true. So true. Yeah, I've it's just been working, for the county and stuff. Just vehicle maintenance has just been insane, and we're working with bare minimum mechanics. Like it's me and two other guys. That's all we have. So it's just one thing goes wrong, and the next thing goes wrong. It's just never ending. I'm happy it's my weekend now, though.
Yeah, well, I got another 6 hours tomorrow.
Do you?
Yeah. I do take off like every other Friday. Where I work, there are a lot of, well, you know what? It's mostly benefits to where I work, but I actually just told Stanley this earlier that he was talking about with his new gig. People don't normally leave jobs, they leave management. And my management is toxic. Bad bosses lose good employees.
No, it's so true. I mean, kind of going through something like that right now. I mean, I don't want to leave, but it's just kind of
I'm going
toxic and work environment somewhat.
Yeah, I'm going through that too. But especially what I do, like I work for a nonprofit that feeds hungry kids. Who's ever left this place going, man, I just hate feeding hungry kids?
I know, that's the whole point of working there.
Toxic.
Yeah,
but you two are toxic. So it's not the ideal behind the work.
Yeah.
But the management, we got way too many chiefs and not enough Indians. But anywhere in the nonprofit world, 6 people work there. 3 of them are managers.
Yeah.
We have a manager. We have a manager for every 1 employee.
Yeah, that's no fun. That is no fun. Oh, I mean, I got 2 bosses technically, like a shop lead, and then like my fleet manager, who's technically truly in charge of the shop. And it's like they never agree on the same thing. So one tells you one thing, one tells you the other, and it's just like, who's right? End up getting in
never
trouble.
On the same page.
No, never.
Yeah.
Can't communicate. Man. But yeah, no, I can't. I'm just so excited for spring and summer around here. I am.
Yeah.
So ready for just predictable weather.
Oh, and then everything we're trying to do in our private life. Like, I've got when the weather's nice, I've got to film this weekend. Luckily enough, those shorts are a thing right now. I'm murdering those things lately. They're easy. Just got to come up with 60 seconds. You get a lot of views for very little work.
No,
that gets me something up on my channel.
Yeah, I mean that's what the market wants right now. I mean that's everybody's the TikTok phase. So short videos are the way to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been thinking about it and how I would do it, but I haven't really tried anything yet.
All you do is just think of an idea. You make a video less than 60 seconds and in a vertical platform and put some generic title on it. I run it through my keyword explorer to see if I can get to 50%, and if I can, up it goes. Matter of fact, I've got one right now sitting in my YouTube upload that I've got to put into translate when we're done here.
Yeah, because I mean, I haven't done anything on YouTube for shorts. I wasn't going to do it, but like I think it was like a couple months ago, I finally created a TikTok account. And I posted a few old videos of like my wife shooting and me shooting, and like her video shooting the 45-70. I think it's got like 250,000 views for like a 15-second video.
We were leaving all those views on the table.
Yeah.
And but it gives you exposure because then people find you on your other platforms too. So
yeah, and that's what I've been starting to do, because I recently the guy who like built my computer, and he does video editing and stuff for a couple other big YouTubers around here. But he kind of volunteered to be a channel manager. So he has access to my YouTube channel now, and he's been going through all my videos. He even got a few of them monetized that weren't. I was like, I wasn't even going to try it, but he did. And but he's just like, man, you really need to start pumping up the gun videos. That's your channel. Like, that's what you need to do more of.
Yeah.
I know. I'll try harder.
They perform.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny too, because
the one handgun video I made has rose all the way to my second most viewed in a very short amount of time.
Yeah. No, and again, yeah. And that's just it. People, I mean, the market, or the people for gun videos it's huge, and that's what I'm still trying to work on my 50 cal video. And I was out there the last video I did of of us shooting the 45-70 on my YouTube channel. That same day I was filming 50 cal footage, but me being dumb, I forgot to bring cleaning rods, which I kind of use because sometimes my 50, the shells will get kind of lodged in there sometimes. Yeah, it was like my 5th shot, and I couldn't even get that out. I mean, nothing. Like, why didn't I bring this cleaning rods? I could have pushed that casing out. So I kind of ruined the whole day of filming for that video. So at least I got some footage, I guess. I'll just have to splice in some more another day. But yeah.
I try to do more fishing videos, obviously, as I'm a fishing channel.
Yeah.
I don't. Honestly, my fishing videos don't perform like the others. The gun videos, even the review video,
Yeah. No, it's funny how like with all the review videos I do, it's such hit and miss with videos on those.
And they definitely don't perform like the shorts. Like, I put up a 48-second short as a joke. I was at the pet shop the other day, and I put it up just a short of the aquarium. Hey, finally found some fish. It's got like 3,000 views.
So Pond Predator says he does TikTok. Yeah.
I consume TikTok. I've done I haven't had your success. 200 video. I've had one hit 2,000, one hit 1,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
I've done like 6.
Yeah. I mean, again,
I just don't know how
cheating.
to. Yeah. I don't know how. I can't think of original 60-second content to make just for TikTok.
Yeah. No, and and again, the only ideas I have is like, oh, let's make some gun videos. And again, it's like I guess I'm doing the stereotype, what gets the views. It's like, yeah, like a girl shooting a gun. Those get the most views ever. And that's my hottest TikTok video, of course, and shoot. It's not like no one was scantily clad or anything. I mean, shoot. It's just a normal person shooting a gun, and that takes off.
I will say though, I thought it was a pretty good video, but the walleye video, my wife was in the thumbnail, so it grew faster than any videos I'm in the thumbnail.
Yeah. Yep. Again, it helps. It helps. Man.
Actually, I think I said this to someone earlier. I'm like, man, I wish I had boobs. Then I wouldn't have to work a real job. I could just hold a fish up.
Yeah, that is. Oh man, it works for them. It truly works for them. An advantage over us.
And here I was thinking you needed all this stuff and practice and time on the water to catch a 10-pound bass. What you actually need is a bikini, boobs, and manicured nails from what I see on Twitter every day.
Oh yeah, no, that's yeah, the million like videos right there. Jeez, pictures. There's a lot of competition out there. It's not fair. But I told myself I'm just going to be consistent. You know, I do this for fun. I don't want to think about, you know, oh my gosh, how many subscribers do I have? You know, I don't at this point.
I'm done.
I have fun, and I've made such good friends on this network. Yeah.
That is one thing that I've made from all this is I have people to do these calls with, and I've been even introduced to. I was telling Stanley the last time he was on here, like, you know, we all have like our little gifts, or like we all have that one thing that we might do better than the others in this that we hang around with. So, like maybe yours is yours is being able to get these products in front of people's eyes or whatever it may be, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have, you know, I don't get the most views. I don't have the most subscribers. I don't get, and, you know, I'm married. I have kids. I've got a full-time job that demands a lot of me, but so time and making content. But one thing I do have is like my willingness to just ask people. So I've not only made some friendships and some connections with, you know, people at our level. I also talk quite regular with people at 100,000, a million people. You know, I'm just like I've got like that gift of worst thing you can tell me is no, and I'm just in the same boat I was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it.
Do a teaser to what video you're shooting on TikTok. That's not a bad idea.
That'd be I mean, to do shorts, I guess. To do a short before you release like a full review or a full whatever video on YouTube. I mean, yeah, he's right. Like a teaser video on all your platforms, because I mean, every platform now has the page for short videos. You know, whether it's Instagram or, you know, everybody's got it now. So
I'm having quite a bit of success with YouTube, the shorts platform, and just taking like snippets of old videos, re-editing them under, you know, pieces of it under 60 seconds, or even you'll have even better success if you make one under 15 seconds.
Yeah.
The attention span is going. Yeah. The attention span is going so far that it's under 15 seconds.
It's so sad. I know, and that's why, like, even my I struggle on some of my reviews, you know, because it's such like especially like the med kit has so much gear in it, but I'm like, man, if this video takes more than 10 minutes, who the heck's gonna watch it? Because most people are like, oh, I want to see it in a couple minutes flat. Yeah. So it's like it's really hard to try to condense and still make good content on a bigger item to review. But
yeah. I've got a fish. You know, it's funny. Well, I guess I could still do a review of it just in the yard. I got a fishing hut, ice fishing hut from Fraybill sent to me, and I also got a insulated bait bucket for ice fishing. Oh. Don't have ice right now because by the time, well, you know how shipping is right now. By the time it got here, winter was pretty much over.
Yep.
And it's actually, I know it sounds funny, we had all that snow and everything, but it's actually been a little bit too warm for ice fishing here.
Yeah. No,
and people look at me like people look at me like I'm crazy. Like, oh, it's been too warm. We got 3 feet of snow.
No, that's just it. Like, we got hit with over, a foot within a couple days, but then next week it was back up to 60 degrees.
But to get that much accumulation, it doesn't get down in the single digits. You know what I mean? Like if you live up north where we get real winters like me and you understand the saying "it's too cold to snow."
Yeah, exactly. It's
Because
100% true.
right, it just kind of evaporates.
Yep.
In the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So when you get big, thick, heavy, wet snows like that, it's around 28 to 34 degrees.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's just it for the water temperatures. I mean, they're never going to get low enough.
Yeah, but I guess I don't know. I guess I could set it up in the side of the yard and make coffee and smoke a cigar, and it can be my cigar house. I don't know.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down to watch that. Sounds like a great idea. Oh, man.
Well, I know a lot of like the camping channels that they camping and winter camping in them or whatever, and they just put it on the bank. I mean, a lot of them obviously do it on the ice, but I was hoping maybe. Well, actually, I got it with the idea of like our borders will open sometime because me and Darren's Northern Life out of Manitoba.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't think you were part of that crowd. You're more of the fishing family Twitter crowd.
Yeah.
That I know, sure. But Darren and Stanley. Well, you know Stanley Orchard from Twitter,
definitely.
And then came over. Yep. But me, Darren, and Stanley, and Grant McIntosh, a couple of others here and there, kind of came off back. Remember, like 2 years ago when these live streams were really hitting for everybody. Everybody was doing them. So we kind of created like this multi-channel networking thing amongst all of us, and Darren was one of those guys sometimes too. So
gotcha.
But he's out of Manitoba. Sorry, I spent a yarn. He's out of Manitoba, Canada, and he invited me. A couple of years ago, come to Winnipeg. You can stay with me or whatever. We'll go ice fishing. He's got some these master angler northern pike. He's catching through the ice 42, 44 inches. It's a massive northern pike. I mean, absolute shark.
Yeah.
So I got it thinking, okay, well maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do one these ice camping hut videos are hitting real. Maybe I'll do one of those.
Yeah.
None of that's gonna work out. So I guess I can do a no ice backyard hut camping.
I mean, yeah, people be curious, like, what's he doing with it? And they'd probably click on that and be like, man, what's he doing? It's a good clickbait.
You know what? Actually, you know what's funny? Another kid that I saw in one of those live streams one time.
Mm-hmm.
He came in. He didn't even have 100 subscribers. And he did a video camping in a blizzard in his backyard, 70 subscriber special. That thing's got like 10 million views right now.
His lucky break. Oh my God.
Nicholas Green, I think his name is Nicholas Green Outdoors, Nicholas Pruitt Outdoors, or something like that. He's at 500,000 subscribers now.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm like, wait, didn't that kid come in my live stream one night?
Yeah. Share the love. Come on.
Predator, too cold to snow. Too cold to snow. What's that? Not something you probably have to worry about too much in Kentucky.
No.
Texas once every 100 years now, I guess. But
yeah, geez, they got really hit, man.
I know it. Yeah, but I think he's at something like 500,000 subscribers now and 100 million views on his channel or something like that. He just happened to hit the algorithm just right, that one video, and he just skyrocketed.
Yep, man. Oh, I pray for that.
But the saying, the best time to start YouTube was 2005, and the second best time starts right now.
Yep.
So, but he back when he hits all that, all the things that used to help you were helping him. Like tags are worthless now. Tags mean nothing. YouTube himself will tell you tags no longer mean anything.
No.
But back then, the more you tagged your video, the more hits you would get. Tags used to be like a couple of years ago. You put all 500 characters in your tags. It helped. It doesn't now. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything at all.
Yeah. No, it's
your title. Yeah, your title and your description are the only thing that work now.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's the one thing I've been working harder on is like thumbnails and things like that. I mean, I'm slowly trying to improve what I do, but
yeah, I've been studying on thumbnails a lot lately, seeing what hits, what doesn't.
Yeah.
Using some of the tools, the thumbnail comparison tools I got. I took a class during 2020. Well, a YouTube. It was a YouTube class, but it was a members only class with well, you might know him doing all these outdoor reviews. Jeremy Fowler.
I think so. That sounds really familiar.
Red hair dude with a red beard, always wears that orange beanie.
Yep. I know exactly.
Shoot slingshot strikes matches and stuff with him.
It's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah. Does those 30-day survival challenges. Yeah. You know what though? Like, okay. I will give him credit for it's all catch and cook. So, not pooing on him at all. Yeah, Nicholas Green. Yeah, that's who I'm talking about, Pond Brew. So when he does those 30-day survival challenges, it's all catch and cook. So you got that.
Yep.
Now, the one little tick I have is like, is it really survival bushcraft if you're lugging in 10 grand worth of equipment?
Yeah, you got a valid argument. I mean, honestly, it's I mean, it's a what level of commitment is somebody, if you want to call it bushcraft survival. I mean, it's either you go all in or not.
But I guess 30-day challenge, and he didn't bring in any food, so he is. And they're don't get me wrong, they're entertaining. I watch all his videos; they're entertaining. He's a great video. He's a great cinematographer.
Yeah, that helps.
It's sometimes just entertainment you're after.
Yeah.
You know who else I watch all their videos? They're just entertaining to me. Luke Engel, Outdoor Boys or Catfish and Cart. Both channels is him.
Yeah.
He's bigger in the catfishing world, I guess. But he's got like 250,000 subscribers. They're entertaining.
Damn.
Especially if you're a family guy.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I can't imagine. I'm really trying hard right now. The guy that manages my channel now, he does Paul Harrell, who has like almost 700,000 subscribers, and he's just a gun channel is all he does. And he lives. I
know Paul Harrell.
Yeah, like I've met him.
He makes they're instructive too.
Yes.
Videos. He makes Paul Harrell is the guy that makes the he's got the leather jacket, skin lining, pork ribs, watermelon lungs.
Yep.
He does. Yeah, basically, he creates a human chest cavity to see the damage that the bullet will do.
I'll give him that. The guy's insanely intelligent, and I mean, yeah, his content is fantastic. I mean, you gain all the knowledge you need out of it, but he's so he's impossible to work with. He won't work with anybody, and he's told me like, "Oh man, I'd definitely love to do a collab with you, have you on my channel." Never's done it. I'm just like, come on, dude. Like, just one mention on his channel.
Never seen anybody to him.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody but him on his channel.
Exactly. He won't do it. I mean, man, and
And you know,
everyone's telling him he needs to collab with people because it would help, but he won't. He likes working alone. That's his thing. It's just to be alone. Which I don't blame him.
he's probably thinking, help with what? I've got 1 million subscribers. I've got about
exactly
100 million views. I don't,
Yeah.
help who?
Yep. I know, but that's like the guy who manages his channel. It's like he wants to get. There's another big gun YouTuber, and I forgot the name, but he's got like a couple 100,000 subscribers, and he lives in Oregon as well. So he's trying to get all of us together to do like a camping trip and video, like we'll all make kind of videos together. And I mean, he wants to make this happen, but yeah. And if I was able to be a part of that, I'd probably pick up 30,000 subscribers overnight. I mean, just in a day, if I could just be mentioned on one of their channels. So I don't know. I'm not hoping, but if it happens, it happens. It'll be awesome, but man.
Maybe if you appear on his channel. Although that's not guaranteed, man. Because I've done some like interviews and if you appear on his channel, he is. But I've had guys on a live stream or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I grew here and there, but not rapidly.
Yeah,
dude, I've got a video with me and Bill Dance in it that doesn't get views.
Dang.
Right?
Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, that should be
every Saturday morning. Saturday morning. You talking about the Outdoor Boys? Yeah, that's every Saturday morning. That's what I do. I get up, make some coffee on Saturday mornings, turn on YouTube, and the new Outdoor Boys videos on. Click. I'm going. You know what? Yeah. And you know what hurt? Let me figure out how I want to say this. Okay. You know what hurt a lot of fishing channels from riding the roller coaster up? One Rod, One Reel disappeared. He was gone for like a year and a half. Then he came back, made a couple videos, rejoined the Guggen Squad. Then COVID hit. Stopped making videos. But before all that, when he left the Guggen Squad the first time, when he decided not to do it, if you know, it was like a year he was just gone. And if you look at all the guys that blew up in the fishing world, if you look at all the guys that blew up around a certain time, is because they basically grabbed a hold of his coattails. The biggest name right now in fishing is Guggen, right? Guggen was One Rod, One Reel's ideal. He basically invented the entire concept of Guggen, and then when they turned it into a marketing and business platform, he got left out. Like he I don't know. Like I guess his wife, fiance, girlfriend at the time didn't see the value in it that the other guys did.
Oh.
And then now ex-wife, they're going through a divorce.
Oh,
so, and then he got married and had a kid, and then rejoined Guggen. So he's back with the Guggen Squad, getting some of that Guggen money. But in the fishing world, One Rod, One Reel was the first one to kind of come up with this, just go fish with people. And he was the first one to really beat the algorithm. He was like One Rod, One Reel has a fishing channel. Outdoor channels don't do this. One Rod, One Reel, a fishing channel, has landed on the home recommended YouTube page 7 times.
Dang.
Right?
Jeez.
So everybody he would go fish with, a week later they'd have 50,000 subscribers.
Man.
Because if he made a video, because he would also make a video, and you make a video, and then people would go from his video over to your video. Like,
Exactly.
there's a guy in Tennessee. He made a video with catfishing guy out of Chattanooga, Chat Cats. His name's Joe something. He went from like 3,000 to 60,000.
Oh man. Jeez. That's unreal.
Well, even Luke, he did one with Luke Ingalls. You know, catfishing carp. He back when he was just catfishing carp, and it was already growing. Luke's pretty good at it, growing the channel. But when One Rod did it, his channel almost doubled in size.
Man.
Like One Rod One Reel used to be the One Rod One Reel was the magic sauce for fishing channels. So his coattails disappeared, and fishing channels kind of went new ones. You know, the ones that had already grabbed a hold of his coattails and were established.
Yeah. Man. Yeah.
Because
I know it's something I'm just going to ride out. You know, I'm going to keep doing this again just for fun. We'll see where it takes me. You know, see what the next couple years brings.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've done this for, I don't know, as long as you, maybe longer.
Yeah, I think
I've been around
I think
longer.
you were longer than me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I think I started. I started in July. I believe 2018 is when I officially made my first video, but I was slow to make videos at that time.
2018, yeah, that's about.
Yeah.
I think I was around 2018. Yeah, I might have been a few months before you, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think trying to think. Actually, I think I started in late 2017, around
Yeah.
September, October 2017, that area.
Nice.
My first ones were crap.
Tell me about it, man. Mine shot
They
with
were
a
terrible.
tiny digital camera. Oh, it was terrible. I go back and I watch some of my original videos, and I'm like, what was I thinking? Like, I didn't. Yeah, but that's when I made the I need to be in front of the camera. I need to be involved with the video, and that's when it started to kind of start taking off. When as soon as I put myself actually in the camera, and I was like, all right, that's what I needed to do. Yeah, I know it's like I have all the watch hours in the world, but just I don't pick up the subscribers, you know. But I think that's the hardest part is people go to my videos to see the review, but nothing else that I
don't
did.
pick up either one.
Yeah, because I got like my binocular videos. I got like my Vortex Diamondback video. I think that one's like almost 40,000 views. But like, you know, it's like they don't check out the rest of my channel. That's it.
I don't get those kind of views platforms. Like I'm trying to edge into it right now, but
yeah,
you've been consistent this whole time, and I haven't been able to, and that really hurt. But like my most views I've got 3,000, then I've got probably 10 videos at 1,000, something like that. But,
yeah.
But now Stanley, I've been using his Tube Buddy knowledge now, and he says just stay consistent, completely consistent for 90 days, and your channel should turn around.
Yeah.
So for 90 days, supposedly 90 days fixes your channel.
No, I believe it because I've noticed there's periods of years where like I only produced like maybe 2 videos a month. And I noticed my channel was flatlining. You know, I just wasn't really gaining subscribers or anything like that. But as soon as if I do 4 videos every month, then I actually I see a steady, slow rise, but at least it goes up. You know, if I'm doing 4 videos versus 2 videos a month. So I'm like, oh, all right. Now the giveaways help. That's why I try to throw, 1 or 2 giveaways every year. I got that big one going on right now, but which I haven't really advertised. I kind of did this one as like a surprise in a way. I was just kind of like, well, if someone makes it to the end of this review video, which is long, then they're gonna be like, oh, whoa, he's doing a giveaway. So I don't know. I didn't really care too much to like over advertise it. So I mean, I did a little on Instagram, TikTok. You know, I made my videos there, but you know, I don't know. This giveaway, I didn't feel like going crazy. I just see what happens.
I did a huge one for 1,000 subscribers. A huge one. Well, huge for me.
Yeah.
Like I gave away like a pretty good sized box of stuff, like lures, plastics, t-shirts, a knife, which I did that back then, and luckily enough, I knew the guy it went to.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
it was totally random. It was totally don't get to it. It was totally random. I used the random comment thing selector, did it live on air, you know.
Yeah.
But the guy that wanted it, I knew, and I was thinking about it because now you could get in trouble for that. Cause you got to like age verify, like a knife or anything like that.
Yeah, I know. I forgot, man. One of my earlier giveaways, I gave away some like, oh my gosh, what the heck was it? Some like red dot sites. They're cheap. I got for free, but I gave away a couple of these red dots, and it went to he's on Twitter, and his son. I forgot his son's name, but he won it, and I was like, man, that's so awkward. Like this little like I don't know 10-year-old with like red dot sites, and I was like, oh man. I was like, I got to rethink some of these giveaways.
I think I've done 3. And because they helped back then, now they're kind of, I mean, your channel is differently geared than mine. So, and review channel giveaways would obviously gear toward the review, but a fishing channel, you know, most people know it. Most people that watch fishing channels probably already have all this stuff I'm going to give them.
Well, yeah, that's probably true.
If y'all are getting pings in your ears from my notifications, I apologize. We are house hunting, so my realtor is messaging me, and I haven't turned off those notifications because the market is so hot right now that I have to kind of jump.
I said I haven't heard anything, so.
Okay. I guess it's just me. I'm the only one getting the ping my ear. Glad. Pon said, but you can tell the big difference between our first videos to now. Yes, you can. You know what's funny though? I will admit, because I was really putting in some effort, like around my first few videos, not my first videos, but my first. Well, I'm like, okay, I think I'll give this a go and edit and all that. Just really putting in some effort on the cinematography and the flow of the video and all that. And then, you know, it gets to where it's, okay, I've got to get something up, and you're limited on time, you're limited on energy. And then, so some of the videos in the middle, like, they weren't all winners. Like, yeah, that's going to private. Don't need anybody seeing that anymore, you know what I mean?
Oh man, yeah, I know. I got all this B-roll that I had to delete.
Yeah, B-roll used to be like people used to. I used to think like B-roll was the thing, and then people are like, "Dude, just get to the point."
Yeah.
If I wanted to watch TV, I'd watch TV. I came in here for what the title said.
Yep. Yeah. I know, and I want to be entertaining, but at the same time, I'm like, the people who are watching my videos, I mean, especially some of the comments that I get, it's like, I mean, there's people like just like, shut up, stop talking, or just get to the point. Like, oh my gosh, sorry. So I was like, all right, I'll keep my videos as simple as possible and try to get all the information I can to you. But yeah. It's hard to check all the boxes for what people want, or the variety of people.
We're house shopping right now, and my realtor and my wife are pinging in my ears and see the messages coming across the board. And man, there is houses right now. But as soon as they go up, they're gone.
Yep. Well, that's what's going on in the region I'm in right now. Like Pasco, or like the Tri-Cities in Washington, is in the top 10 in the entire U.S. for growth in housing market. And I mean, even when I moved here like 5 years ago, I would put a bid in at full asking price and get beat. I've lost out on like 5 houses, and then my real estate agent finally helped us out.
Okay, back when the market crashed, around 2009.
Yeah.
So about 10, 11 years ago, when the market started to crash, there's it's called a dome house. I call it a golf ball house because the roof looks like a golf ball. The dome house, neat architectural thing. Caught my attention, so we decided around here, like 20 minutes out, we decided to go look at it, just drive by, see what it was. And so I had like 3.5 acres. Now that's not a lot of land to most people. It's not a lot of land to me where I grew up, but here it's a lot of land. Lots are like a quarter an acre. That's your average going, if that. You know what I mean? The more in town you get, the smaller lots get. Guys, I'd like to extend the Pond Predator Nation Facebook page for you to post video links on. Hey, appreciate that, Pond. Will do.
Yeah, man.
I'll take you up on that.
Very generous. Yeah. can't say no to a good offer like that. Jeez.
So we went and looked at this house, right? And back then it was $149,900. And in that depressed market, that was a little bit high. I was thinking, because back then, a depressed market, $149,900, you could probably get this for $145,000. $140,000 if you really hassle.
Yeah.
But it needed some remodeling. And one of the things I didn't like about it was an open concept. So it said 3 bedrooms. I'm like, where are the rooms? Like, so you had walls, but like no front. So like the entire house looked into the entire house looked into the entire house, which was neat. But I've got they weren't teenagers at the time. They were 10, 9, that range. But I've got 2 kids, and me and the wife aren't having any more kids, but we still like to practice every now and then.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we thought, okay, it didn't really work, and to put walls in, it just seems like a lot. Okay, so a guy bought the lot, and he at the 145, I think, is what the public said, right? Not too long. So he bought it, and he refurbed and repainted and put all this nice hardware and everything in, and had a professional landscaping crew come in and do things. And he put it on the market last year at $279. Bought it for $145. Put it no, I'm not done. He put it on the market asking $279. By the time the bidding was over for it, because now that there was this depressed market for housing, this housing shortage that we have here, by the time the bidding was over, the offer he finally accepted, he got $365,000 for that $145,000 house.
Oh my gosh!
He was asking $279 and got $365.
That's unreal.
That's how the market's going here.
Jeez, man, that's.
I was telling my other day, like, that's got to be a bubble. That cannot last. That bubble's going to bust.
Yeah, it usually does.
Well, once all these COVID restrictions are off and all these home builders go back to work, that bubble's going to bust.
Yeah, no, that's 100% true. I mean, that's.
I told her, I'm like, we'll look at houses and hopefully if we can find a deal and something we like or whatever, maybe something just, we're in the market. I'm not getting in a bidding war. I'm not losing my shirt. You know what
No.
I mean? So if it's a bidding war, I'm like, wait till the next one.
Yeah, exactly. Something will open up eventually.
Because if that bubble bursts, you're going to buy a $300,000 house that's going to be worth $175.
Not good. Not
Next
good at
year.
all. Jeez. Yeah, I know. I've been pretty fortunate. This, I don't know. It's this area is so stable, and like even during the housing or when the market crashed in '09 and everything like that. Looking back on numbers here, nothing really changed much in this area. It's such a secluded. It's in its own bubble almost, and that's what's really fascinating about this area. When you look at the housing prices over the years, and they've either stayed stable or gone up, stable, gone up. I mean, it always kind of went up, even in tough times. That's what's kind of interesting. Slowly, very, very slowly. But I mean, I think even right now with the house I'm in, because I've owned it for about 5 years now, and I think I'm already over $100,000 in equity. Like I'm just like, wow. Like this last few years have been really good for houses here. But this last year alone, I guess, really took it to that next level. So I was like, oh, that's kind of nice. I mean, I hope it stays up to that level. So, because we're trying to have a second kid right now. So hopefully, but then we'll really, I mean, we'll want to upgrade. We want to move up to a little bigger of a house just because the land, it's this small. So I'd like a actual backyard. That would be nice.
Yeah, I am. That's another big ass fishing. Hey, welcome. Thanks for coming in. Like I was telling you, the lots here are small. So, and we live in kind of an older discovered town. Like actually, the Moravians who founded this area, the town actually outdates the country. So the city we live in. Wow. So when these older cities, especially on the East Coast, they're narrower and things. There wasn't as much space, but now I grew up in very, very rural Tennessee, where it's very wide open. So they like. I'm sure they have them in Washington, but down here they have these things called doubles and row homes. It's like a home attached to a home.
Oh, yeah.
You call them condos. They call them doubles up here.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
A home attached to a home?
Yeah.
So I told my wife, I said, no. That's a rule. No doubles, no rows. I grew up, my next door neighbor, it was 1 mile from my front door to their front door. I'm not going to share in a wall.
No.
I need a yard between me and the neighbor, at least. Good fences make good neighbors. And then I got realtors and people saying, oh, well, you still own the home. No, you don't.
True.
They're like, what do you mean? I go, no, you don't. You don't own the home. I'm like, yeah, you do. No, you don't. You don't own the home. Because to me, if I own my house, I can remodel it any way I want to. And they said, well, you can. No, you can't. Most of the area up here, matter of fact, you can't. They say if it's a double, a lot of the municipalities say it's got to match. So if this is brick, this has got to be brick. If this one's red, this one's got to be red. And that's not always the case. I said, they go, well, that's not always the case. I go, okay. How about this one then? It's my home, and I can remodel it any way I want to. I want to put a sliding glass door in that wall. And they're like, well, that's your neighbor. So I don't own the home.
Yep.
I'm like, and not only that, but also I told my wife, I'm like, a double or a row home or anything that you share a wall with, every problem your neighbor's got, you've got.
True.
So you can fumigate your home, but if your neighbor doesn't and they've got bugs, you've still got bugs. If they've got mice, you've got mice. If they've got wiring problems, you've got wiring problems. If they've got a leaky roof, you've got a leaky roof. If they burn down their house, they burn down yours too.
Yeah, very true. Man, that's the worst. Yeah. Their stupidity ruins everything you have.
Right.
Man. Yeah, no, I could never. I've lived in, townhomes like that when I was living over in Seattle and working over there. Because that's Seattle. But yeah, that's why I had to get out of Seattle and move to Eastern Washington. Because at least in Eastern Washington, it's still farm country. It's still, real people. So
every time we do it's funny. Every time we do a drive by, I go in the alley or whatever where the parking is, and I put it in reverse, and I swing left and I swing right. And my wife's like, "What are you doing?" Seeing if I can make the turn, if I can back in the boat. And she's like, "We don't own a boat. We don't own a boat yet."
Yes. Yeah, because it will happen.
It will happen. You're missing an important part of that phrase.
Yep. Oh man. I know, like because I got like a 24-foot travel trailer camper, and I don't want to pay to park that somewhere. I have just enough room on the side of my house. I mean, probably like 2 feet at most on each side of this trailer, probably less on one side. So I have to back that up between my fence and my house. So I got really good at backing up trailers.
Yeah.
Granted, it kind of helped too, right? When I was buying that trailer, I was also going through CDL school. So I was getting even more practice backing up trailers. So I was like, man, thank God I'm getting this practice.
I also have a CDL. I would drive. I did for a little while, but when I did, well, I've got, like I said, wife and kids now.
Yeah.
And I grew up without a dad, so I don't put my kids through that. But also, when I did drive, after a while, I'm like, this is a self-made prison. Never sees the inside of this stupid truck. And a lot of people, oh, well, you get to go all these places. Well, you get to go through them. All you ever see is the highway, but it ain't highways and warehouse docks.
It's all about time and distance, It's like, how soon can I get there and get back? Yeah. I mean, again, the only reason I have it, it's kind of like a wasted. I rarely drive on the highway. I just move trucks from in the yard to in the shop or out of the shop. It's like I rarely get to drive.
I have it like insurance.
Yeah.
I know this sounds bad, but like I've only kept mine all these years because God only knows.
Yeah.
And like truck driving is the number one job in 32 states. So if the economy goes completely to crap again, I've got kids who aren't even out of high school yet, and they've already went through 2 economic disasters. So if the next one's just completely going screwy and everything around here closes, and jump back in the truck.
Yep.
Got to eat.
No. Yeah.
And got to eat.
No, I agree. It is something. It's now that I have it, I'm so happy I do. Because you're right. It's something I can fall back on. Because I missed out on some good jobs before I applied for the county, and it was because I didn't have a CDL. That was one of the things. Even though they said it wasn't mandatory, of course they're going to hire the person with the CDL. So
yeah, and it's also a little bit of an ego thing too. Like you work kind of hard to get it. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, no, that's just it. It's not easy, but it takes a lot of time and a good amount of money. Geez, my class I think was like almost $4,000 for the state school. It was a really good school, month long, but still, it's like that was a commitment. But yeah, again, nice to have it. I mean, my wife and I were talking. It's like I kind of want my son to go through that, just to get it. Like I will pay for him to go to CDL school, as soon as he's out of like, high school or whatever, just to have his CDL. And then whatever, if he wants to keep it or whatever, but at least he'll have it. And again, yeah, maybe it'll help him get a job that he wants, or yeah, who knows? I don't know what direction he's going to go, but we'll see. Still have
I was actually
16 years.
I was actually talking to mine the other day. My youngest one.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to figure out a different possible path for my oldest one. I'm not even exactly sure what he wants to do. But my oldest one has some developmental issues that he can't help. But my youngest one is atypical, and he but like his GPA isn't really strong. Like I don't know, like straight out of high school, his GPA, the colleges and things that he'll get into are, he's probably not going to get a lot of I can't even think of the word now. Financial aid. Wow.
Yeah.
But I told him the other day, and I actually found this out on TikTok.
Huh.
Do you realize when you're 25, by 25, your GPA no longer matters? They don't even check it. So if you wait to go to college until you're 25, or if you just go do something else for 6 years until you're 25, GPA don't even matter. Then you just pay for college. They don't even look at it at 25. No. I told him the other day, I said, now I wonder what a person could do for 6 years straight out of high school, then go to college, and they would even pay for the college when you went.
Yeah.
Join the military out of high school, be in the military for 6 years, and then go to college on the GI Bill, and they don't even look at your GPA anymore.
Exactly. Be set for life.
The military would be 4 years active and 2 years reserve.
Yep.
That'd be one stint in the military to get the GI Bill, and then when you come out of the military at 25, and I think he was looking at the Air Force.
Yeah, wow.
In the Air Force, it ain't sleeping in the dirt and stuff. They stay in hotels.
Yeah.
So you go stay in hotels and learn. You can even pick up a trade in the Air Force. You know what I mean? If you decide you don't want to go to college, if you're like, you know what, this higher education thing isn't just for me, then you can apply your GI Bill to your first home.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is the way to go. I mean, that's still a regret that I carry with me, that I didn't turn in my packet, Again, I had my packet completely filled out, and I went a different direction.
I joined, but I had asthma as a kid, so I didn't get in. And I waited a couple of years. I probably could have got in again after 9/11 when we had a soldier shortage. But
yeah.
By then, I had discovered women.
Yep.
Yeah, I was denied. I joined on the delayed entry program, but I was denied.
Yeah, they're strict on certain things, and yeah. Still, it's like you think they could find something for you to do. I mean, come on. I don't need to be on the front lines. Shoot.
I was like, I don't breathe through my trigger finger. What
Come on. I can still hold a gun. What's wrong with you? Let me do my part. There's a reason we have Navy SEALs and then normal frontline soldier,
The one thing I was not scared of was the advanced infantry training. Well, not only that, but I'm also like Army. I'm a legacy, so it really hurt. Honestly, it really hurt when I was denied for the asthma, because I would be a legacy soldier. I had a cousin who won the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Oh wow!
Half the state's named after him. So
dang.
Gary Cooper. Gary Cooper played him in a movie.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's called Sergeant York. My cousin Sergeant Alvin C. York. He won a Congressional Medal of Honor in World War One.
Oh man, that's
My great
incredible.
my great great grandmother is Catherine Hope York. It would have been his aunt Hope. So him and my grandfather Tom went off to war around the same time. They were both drafted. They grew up together.
Jeez, man, that's a family member to have. Holy moly.
Yeah. And then my grandfather was Eisenhower's Jeep driver in World War II.
Jeez. Wow, that's a history.
Yeah.
Man.
And he's that,
uh,
that would be another legacy soldier. He also stormed Omaha Beach at Normandy.
wow. Oh.
They don't make them like that anymore, man.
No, very few and in between.
These guys were a different breed.
Yeah, it is so different nowadays. I mean, I got a cousin who's an Army Ranger, and holy moly, I mean, I'm deathly afraid of that guy. I mean, he is like, yeah, cousin Tim is he's not it's messed him up. I mean, that's why he's a lifer. He'll probably never leave. Uh, because talking to him now, he's so monotone. He's so no emotion, no nothing. But I mean, the few things that he's told me he's done, I was like, oh my gosh, like, whew, you Army Rangers are scary individuals. That's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be an Army Ranger so bad, but
Yeah, my Uncle Jimmy was a Green Beret in Vietnam.
wow, man,
I'm telling you, I have a legacy family. My other
yeah,
grandfather was decorated in Korea.
man, yeah. That's a family tree to go through. That'd just be incredible. Write a
Well,
book
it's
on.
not. I think I did it the other day. Like me and I've got two first cousins. We were raised as brothers, but me and them. So like my mom raised all of us, so we even to the point their kids call me uncle. My kids call them uncle. Um, but me and those two are the first generation that not all of us got to serve. I say got to serve. Most of the
Yeah,
generations before that were drafted, but
yeah.
like my uncle in that generation, um, Jimmy was in Vietnam. He's the oldest, and on that side, this was actually my stepdad's side, but Jimmy's the oldest. He was in Vietnam. Uh, Jerry was in the National Guard. He was security in National Guard when Martin Luther King was shot. He did that.
Oh, jeez.
Um, yeah. Um, the other brother, Timmy, was in Desert Storm. And then before that, their dad was in decorated Korea vet. And then my grandfather's youngest brother was in Korea because he was too young for World War II. And then it's funny, the three oldest brothers are Dallas, John, and well, John's the oldest, and then Bill. So it's John, my grandpa, Dallas, and Bill. All three of them were drafted on the same day. All three of them
Seriously.
were drafted. All three of them got their draft notice on the same day. John, Grandpa, and Bill, and they
Wow.
all three. Um, John and Bill went to Japan, and it's funny. Well, Bill did an extra week of basic, and then my grandfather and his older brother, Bill, went to basic somewhere else, and then my
Hmm.
grandfather and his oldest brother John, they went through basic and all that together. They even got deployed together to Staten Island in New York, where they set sail. But when they got to Staten Island, John went to Japan and Grandpa went to Normandy. So
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Jeez. Oh man. Jeez.
That's, my grandfather had it's probably where I got this gift, but he had this gift, especially back then. It was a gift, in the 40s. He could drive anything. That was just like his natural gift.
Yeah.
So he could drive, semi trailers and heavy equipment and all that going in. So he was a CDL driver, and he was carrying troops from Fort Campbell to Staten Island to ship off for the war. That was like a courier from Fort Campbell out of basic before he got deployed. So he came. He told me the story. He came in, took off his muck boots in the barracks because he just got back from Staten Island taking group. Laid down on his rack. The sergeant came in, kicked his rack. Said, "Milton, you're going to Staten Island." He looked at the sergeant and he said, "I'm over my hours, Sergeant. I can't make that run." And he goes, "Sorry, soldier. You're riding this time. You report for duty in Normandy in a week or whatever, wherever it was,
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
His head had just hit his pillow from driving soldiers to Staten Island where he had to go be deployed.
Unreal. Man. Yeah, that would be something. Jeez. Yeah, that's a lot of cool family history to have. Really, my family's pretty boring.
Well, Tennessee is the volunteer state. A lot of those guys come out of these impoverished backwoods areas like us, and the military is an option.
Yeah.
You get a lot of military volunteers in out of these impoverished areas where it's not a lot of other options. Of course, World War II, he was drafted. He didn't choose that, but
well, yeah. Yeah.
No, he was my hero, but he wasn't. He didn't have this hero glorification that people do now. Like I don't know. Like all soldiers are the biggest, baddest thing to ever walk the planet. Matter of fact, my other brother Scott, after my grandfather passed away, he had to contact the Veterans Affairs Office trying to find the medals and stuff that my grandfather had won in World War II, because he left them all behind. He didn't want them. He refused every one of them.
Oh wow, man!
I asked him about it one time, and he says he's like, "There's no dignity in looking like a Christmas tree for sending some bitch to meet his maker."
Yeah, that's wow. That's a man right there.
Yeah, he was.
That's incredible. Oh, man.
Right. My oldest son's named after him.
That's cool.
I use that one a lot every time he complains about how hard something is or something right now. I'm like, the other Dallas Melton, when he was your age, sailed across an ocean to fight Nazis. You've got it made.
Yeah, I can't argue with that one. Jeez. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, no. At least I grew up with a good work ethic. That's the one thing I like. I have pride, like I was never like I grew up upper middle class, okay. But my dad, if I wanted anything, $1, he's like, "What chore did you do? What did you do to deserve this $1?" And I'm like, "Oh shoot, okay, well." And so yeah, I turned in my chore sheet, every weekend and stuff. Like, "Hey, I did this, mowed the lawn, did that," and then he would find what the value is and pay me for it. And that would be my, little bit of weekend spending money. But I mean, like I'm thankful for such a cool dad. It's like that strict, I guess. Didn't just hand money over. He's just like, "No, you're gonna work for it." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I think I was the only sibling though who learn that.
I grew up poor as dirt. Dirt poor.
Yeah.
Like I'm probably a little bit older than you, but I'm not that old. Not that old.
Yeah.
I'm in my 40s.
Yeah.
But so I'm not old enough to grow up like this, but I did. So I grew up with, I remember 3 TV channels you got up to change in black and white.
Man.
That's how poor we were.
Oh, yeah. That's
I remember when we went to town to the grocery store once a month. We got things like flour, sugar, milk, staple. But like vegetables, stuff like that, we grew that.
yeah. Man.
Eggs, chicken, we grew that. Raised pigs for slaughter, things like that.
Yeah. Dang.
And my grandparents would, fishing was what they liked to do, but they would fish for food. We caught and cooked and kept most of the stuff we caught back then as kids. But like our vacations and our entertainment was car camping. We'd hit these lakes in the summertime near our house, and fish and swim in Jackson Island for a week or two, and then go over to Del Hollow and Center Hole. Not too bad a way to grow up.
No. Well, and that's the thing. Like I have such an appreciation for anyone who grew up like that because they possess, again, usually a much better work ethic. They produce, the knowledge, because again, usually they're better outdoor people. Again, they grew up fishing or hunting or working on a farm, so they possess this knowledge that today the average kid has no understanding of what that is, and that's, yeah, that's what this world's missing. These nowadays kids are just so spoiled, and they're not really taught good life lessons.
Yeah, but I don't wish my kids to grow up like that either.
Well, yeah, no, I mean there's a balance. There definitely is a balance, but again, still to teach them, the appreciation for what they have and all that good stuff.
It's not a movie. There's not a lot of romance and trying to figure out how the light bill is going to get paid, and if you're going to make the harvest this month, the feed bill for
Yeah. Man.
There's a lot of stress and strife that comes along with worrying.
It's true. That's true.
I hear a financial advisor saying, I believe it, the number one cause of divorce in North America today is money fights and money problems. So.
Yeah.
And
someone's making way too much noise in the other room. Oh.
Well, I saw your last video was the flashlight video, the everyday carry. What are you working on right now? Don't mind us sharing.
Yeah. No. Oh my gosh. What the heck was it? I thought I brought it in here. Shoot. Oh, there we go. I knew I had it somewhere. So I've gotten a few companies that have reached out to me. It's weird. Like I've been on this like very quiet streak. No companies, nobody's reached out to me for this like several month period. I'm like, man, like I've had to buy all my stuff. But just this last month, I've had Envirolog, they're on Twitter all the. Anyways, well, the marketing director, I'm actually friends with him, and now I kind of have an agreement with them. Like, well, not an agreement. They appreciate my work I've done for them, right? And I really legitimately love their products. I really do. But it's one of those like I can send David a message and he'll be like, and I'm like, hey man, I need some more like Envirologs and fire starters. He's like, yeah, sure, I'll send you a package, and I'll get a whole like fully loaded box. I'm like, dang. But he's like, well, I'm working with a new company, and it's like a supplement, like just like an all natural supplement company for kind of all these different stuff. And they're like, if you're interested, I could get you with this company, and you could test out the products. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. I guess I could kind of put that in outdoor. You got to be healthy, I guess. Vitamins, outdoor travel. I don't know. I'm gonna play around with that, but I'll see. I'm on a month trial with their products right now. But then I got this crazy headlamp. Yeah, there we go. From Fastfire, which that's a company I've gotten in a fight with in the past, and I think it was their old marketing director, because they had a flashlight with had a blood light feature, and he wanted me to test it in my review, and I'm like, I can't just go randomly hunting or expect to kill something, and go track the blood. So I told him, I'm probably not going to be able to review it. Anyways, I didn't really like the flashlight. I said that in the video, and he threw a fit. He got mad and really dissed the video. And so I was like, okay, I'm never working with you guys again. Well, they got a new person, and they've been harassing me constantly. I've been turning them down for probably a year now. I just wasn't interested in their company. And then finally, I was like, I'll give them another shot. And then they sent me this crazy, crazy headlamp. It's even got it's got a warning on the back. I thought that was kind of funny. I don't know what that's for, I guess, so someone can see you from behind. I don't know. So I'm gonna be checking out that, and these that company. Here we go. My Medic. Their gear bag. Their med packs are just stuffed full of junk. So I'm having fun reviewing their gear. It's because I bought three different types of med kits from them. So I'm gonna try to do one a month or something like that. So maybe later this month I'll do that med kit, and I got the flashlight, and trying to look around my office here. I'm like, I got so much random stuff scattered. And just more gun videos. I'm gonna try to get to the range.
I carry a first aid kit when I'm out, but I will say I do it more as a comfort thing, or when I'm fishing. I do it really for the Band-Aid, because I got stabbed with a catfish spine one time out on the boat. And if you get stabbed in your finger, until you can put something around it or hold it, it just bleeds and bleeds and bleeds and bleeds and bleeds and bleeds. It's not really that much blood, but it feels like, because that's real sensitive in that area there. But I but I will say I don't believe that. Now, when that size, yeah, maybe. But I don't believe this guy. The most important thing you can carry is a first aid kit. No, it ain't. Your basic first aid kit, anything that your basic first aid kit will handle, like the little camping kit or the little thing you get at CVS or whatever for a few bucks. Anything that will treat or handle isn't really that big a deal. You just need a Band-Aid.
Yeah. So, no, you're right. But basic first aid.
Yeah, but when you get it something like that size now, that med bag you just showed me, that I don't know what all is in it, because I have to check out your videos. But when you get something that size, now is that something you probably need some first aid training with?
I do. I actually take a lot of first aid training classes, and my brother-in-law was actually an Army medic. So I've done a ton. I'm almost there, up to a paramedic level. Because my biggest thing, I can't even tell you, because I don't know how many professional grade first aid kits I own. Every vehicle has kits that are as big as this, if not bigger. And then when I go to the range, I have a range specifically made for firearm type injuries. So I have a full chest pad, trauma kit, and you name it. I got scalpels. I got everything you could imagine. A staple gun. Anything I can do if a ricochet or something hits somebody, I know I can stabilize them. That's it. I can at least stabilize them with that, and then I'll get them to the hospital. and let the experts do what they're supposed to do. But I will find a way to stop the bleeding. So at least do my job. Because if I take someone shooting, I feel like that's all my responsibility. You know, and I take a lot of people, I've trained people. And so if something were to go wrong, I would only blame myself, even though it may be an accident. But I wouldn't forgive myself because again, I say this on my channel all the time. Like, I'm never going to be the person who says I wasn't prepared. I never want to be that person ever. You know, so whether it's first aid or prepping of some type, you know, like I got food, I got water, I got med supplies, you know, like I can prepare myself for most situations. So I pride myself on the studying and practice and the classes that I've taken for first aid. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, the kits I have are, I mean, again, is what paramedics carry. I mean, I some of my kits, I mean, I've spent $400, $500 on med kits, you know, just to make sure I have everything. I mean, just you name it, everything. So, but these kits, I mean, these kits are, I mean, you can see, I mean, they're loaded, just loaded with gear. So, from, you know, like blood clotting agents. I mean, this one's even got a glow stick in it. They put such random stuff in them, but they're fun kits. So, and possibly life saving. So, but,
with the training.
Yeah, and that's just it. I mean, it's I guess it's pointless, you know, to spend money on these very expensive or extensive, I use the word extensive, med kits. You know, if you know, why buy them if you don't even know half the things in it, you know, or how to use a tourniquet, or you know, it's like, which I mean, everybody should learn how to use a tourniquet at least. I mean, that's basic. That's yeah, that's an important one. So, but yeah, I figure if I'm gonna, as much as I enjoy shooting, you know, I always want to have something. Because I know one time I went shooting with my buddy, and he had an old mirror, and as soon as we pulled that out of his truck, it shattered and it actually sliced his wrist. And I'm like, oh man! But luckily, I didn't have the med kits that I have today, but I still had like basic bandages and wraps and stuff. So I was able to get his wrist shut, and I was like, oh man. He's left comments on my YouTube channel. I think on my med pack video, he actually made that joke. I was like, oh, he'll never let me forget that day.
I've taken a few of the, well, they were mandatory. I was a forest firefighter in Job Corps out of Ash Creek, North Carolina. So you gotta take the first aid, the mandatory first aid training. I think it's 3 weeks of that, and then the fire training.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They spend most of their time on first aid, burn treatment a lot.
Yeah.
CPR, breathing treatment, smoke inhalation, things like that.
Yeah, which is great knowledge to have. And well, CPR especially. I mean, that's, you know, basic. You know, a lot of people learn it, but I mean, it's still really good knowledge to have because you never know. You know, that situation may arise. You know, even knowing how to do the Heimlich maneuver properly. I mean, things like that.
It's not a bad idea either. You know what? I may look around for a refresher course.
Yeah, I always kind of keep my ear open, you know, because usually, I mean, man, you can get a smoking deal on some of them. Because I'll just claim like, oh, I'm with my work or something like that, and they'll usually give you like a discount or something because they just like a business is getting involved.
Like especially if my youngest one goes on some of these kayak trips and stuff that we're thinking about this year and fishing trips, but because my youngest one's got a habit of breaking bones.
Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah. I'm waiting for that day. I'm waiting if you know, my son now, you know, is he going to be the climb on everything and fall down and get hurt, or waiting to see what happens.
Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. But
How old are your kids now?
my son's two in a few
Oh yeah,
months.
you got a young one.
Yep. So, and again, like I said, we're trying for a second one. So we'll see. We will see.
Yeah. My kids are 15 months. Well, yours is already too. My kids are 15 months apart. So at one point when they were that age, we had two kids in diapers. It was.
Yeah.
Some days were a little hard, but
I bet.
Man, I tell everybody, it's not true, but I tell everybody, yeah, we had that second one. I put cable in the bedroom.
Oh man. Jeez. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's. Yeah, I was so scared. You know, of course, like I guess a lot of first parents, but then it's like, man, that was my second one wouldn't be that bad. You know, it's like that
yeah. Mm-hmm. You keep telling yourself that.
Yeah, that's true. It is like you were saying. I mean, it is a struggle, you know, to like even do this YouTube thing, you know, with the family and a job. You know, it's just trying to find that schedule to be like, hey, I think I can film today, and then that a lot of time that gets interrupted. You know, that's why I think I do it on the fly now.
I saw a TikTok video the other day about that, about that second born child, and mine's this way too. He's a daredevil. They don't give a shit about nothing.
Oh no!
They gonna jump off stuff.
Jeez, see that's what I'm worried about. Man,
like last year, Amir came home with his finger like that. I'm like, does it hurt? Nah, I'm good. So we took him to the doctor like a week later. I'm like, I don't think you are. So we took him to the doctor, and the doctor's like, that's fractured in like 3 places.
Oh my gosh. Jeez.
I'm like, that didn't hurt.
Yeah, like, how are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Man, I'd be crying right now. Man, geez, yeah. Anything broke, that's painful. I mean, I shattered my right foot in a motorcycle accident, and I'll never forget that pain, ever. Having the full weight of a motorcycle come right down on your foot. That was a lesson. That was a hard lesson. I wasn't even going fast either. I was literally, it just hit gravel on a corner and it just whoop. Yeah.
Left side of my face is fake from a baseball.
Really?
Oh, yeah, man. I got hit with a baseball in high school, playing high school baseball. Oh. I got a titanium plate here. I've got a titanium plate here. I've got a titanium screw here, and I've got a titanium wire here.
Wow.
It concaves my cheekbone.
Jeez. Man, that's a hit. Oh. Oof.
Yeah. And then after high school, I tried to eat the steering column of a couple of cars a couple of times.
Oh.
Lost teeth, broke bones, broke fingers, broke knuckles, broke foot.
Man.
Blew the cartilage out of my left knee.
Oof. Ouch.
Tore ligaments.
Man.
You know, playing sports and being wild.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. It happens. That's kind of the nature of the beast, I guess. Comes with it. Comes with the territory.
Yeah, being an adventurous, being an adventurous North American male, too. Be like, how do you want to enter the pearly gate? Sideways and on fire. You know?
Oh yes. Oh.
Sideways, upside down, and on fire.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, that's the perfect answer. That is the perfect way to answer that. Jeez. Yeah. 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 No,
I got
go
I've
ahead.
got a hammock in the back of the truck. Well, actually, it's in the garage now. I had to clean the truck out the other day.
Hmm.
Go pick people up. We ended up not having to pick them up. I just haven't put stuff back. Got some stuff I got to take to the storage locker too.
Uh,
I got to transfer the winter stuff for or the spring stuff now, I guess.
yeah. Yeah.
Trout opens up here pretty soon, so that's a big day.
Nice. Absolutely. I know. I told myself I am definitely going to do more fishing this year. Like, I just need to make myself go, stop making excuses. I want to do more fishing. I really do. I mean, I do enjoy it. And, me and my dad used to do it all the time. And there's good fishing spots around here. I mean, shoot, I live right on the Columbia River, which, man, the walleye we pull out of here is just insane. But that's what my buddy does. My buddy's like, I like to call him a pro walleye fisherman because he goes every single weekend, every chance he gets. He'll be out in the middle of the night on a full moon. He's 100% dedicated. But he just picked up it was like 15.6, like 15 pounds, just a monster walleye. I was like, wow. But I think his biggest was like 16 or 17. It was up there. But I need to go fishing with him. But he's pretty hardcore. I'll be out there for like 10 hours. But yeah.
Can't catch them on the couch.
No, you can't. That is very true. Very true.
I'm hoping to pull off a lot this year.
Yeah.
Hoping.
Yeah, I said if I can get a handful of times in, it'll be better than what I did last year. But even though last year they shut down fishing for us for quite a while, so yeah, that was ridiculous. Yeah, again, I don't even understand how that made sense to be like, oh, nobody's allowed to fish, COVID restrictions. Like, what? Most people fish alone. Like, how? It's the most isolated sport that we have around here. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, for a little while, but then it was deemed essential or necessary or acceptable, I guess, for a while. And then everybody went. Like all the stores. So I think it's the Chinese thing too for a while, the plastics and everything. But like all the stores sold out of everything because things weren't getting shipped, and like you could not find a kayak anywhere last year. I had to special order mine. I had to have Lightning build mine and send it to me. It took like 3 months to get a kayak.
Jeez. I mean, we still have problems with freezers. You still can't buy like freezers around here. I mean, I don't know if that's true everywhere, but there's no freezers. It's just ridiculous. Like we ordered one, and the guy's like, maybe July. I don't know. You'll see it sometime. I'm like, wow, that's just crazy. Just to get a freezer.
At least you can find toilet paper now, I guess.
Yeah, I'm grateful for that, man. That was an experience. Jeez Louise. And then again, like luckily it's like, I mean, we always bought Costco stuff anyway, so we always had more than what we needed, but so we weren't like too bad, but still the stress.
Yeah, I never ran out.
Yeah. But it was annoying though. Just like when you wanted to buy like the good stuff and you're like, it's not there.
Well, about 3 more minutes will be 2.5 hours, James. Is that good for you?
Yeah, I'll take that. That's a good live stream.
2.5 hours for me.
Oh yeah, true.
Well, I appreciate you coming on. It's always nice.
Yeah, no, that was a treat. Like I said, it was fun. Good way to end my. Like I said, come home from work and just unwind. No, it's always fun.
I think I've got quite a few people from the West Coast because I'm wondering because it seems like 20 minutes. It takes like 25 minutes some Thursday nights to people to come in here, and I think it's like you, the West Coast, the time zone catching up.
Yep. And again, that's just it. 5 o'clock is everybody's off work. Around here. I mean, that is the time, especially in this town. Holy moly! I don't think anyone works past 5. But, yeah. I know what's funny to me. It's like my audience, like most of my like hardcore supporters, are all East Coasters. Like I have the smallest, West Coast support group ever. I mean, it's just like, but I'm from the Pacific Northwest. But it's like, nobody here cares. Like the most of my audience is all East Coast people, which I'm like, that's great, but it's just funny.
You know what? I think it's just because you want to see something different. Like when I watch YouTube videos, I don't watch like a lot of the things that I do. I see that in real life. I want to see, like Darren. I don't see 42-inch pipe get pulled out of 18 inches of ice here, so that's entertaining to me.
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
Or saltwater fishing. I don't have a beach, so
True.
it's different.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's understandable.
Oh, excuse me. All right. Well, about 30 more seconds, we'll wrap it up. I don't know if anybody's still in the chat. It says 2 are watching, but it might just be Pond left it running while he's off doing his thing there.
Yeah.
Appreciate everybody that came in tonight.
Yeah.
I will later on probably end up being like sometime tomorrow after I finish. I will re-edit this live stream and I'll put all your links in the description for you over to your channel and your social media.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
We'll end it on that note in 3, 2, 1. We'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching. Hey, don't forget to click subscribe.
Yep.
See you, James.
Have a good night.
Good night.